Hello and welcome to another FX Centrum daily market analysis. For today, I decided to go through our cross-asset list. So I'll speak about the coffee market, WTI, US 100, USD Japanese yen, pound dollar, euro dollar, US 30, gold market, and dollar index. I will start with the coffee market and I will use our FX Centrum platform. So this is the daily time frame, what you can see here, and market is trading pretty much in consolidation in the last couple of days. So we can see here that 188.80, I will say also 189 mark. This is the resistance level, also the middle Bollinger Band is there on the daily time frame. The support area is set around 182.60 mark, and pin bar low at 180.65. Still, market is in a, let's say, the consolidation, even on the higher time frame, if you watch like the last couple of weeks or so, last few months. So I will watch potential breakout on the coffee market. The breakout of 189 and hold above this level can result a rally towards 183. 80 mark, and upper Bollinger Band is at 185.85. Resistance cluster is set at 198 mark. In case of the downside breakout of the support at 180.65, there will be a chance for the further drop towards the 175.80 or even 165.50 mark. So consolidation and potential for the breakout in the next period. So here we can see stochastic slow line is sloping to the downside. We have a fresh bull cross. The slow line is still sloping to the downside and trying, to normalize this point, and it's more like a flat at this point, but still we don't have a flip in the slow line. So something like we had, for example, here when the market rallied at this point, or something like when the slow line turned bullish at this point. So we have this extra move higher. So we still don't have that, and we will see if this slow line will continue to trend lower, and then eventually we will have a downside breakout. So watch for the breakout of this consolidation to confirm further direction. On WTI, this was the trading idea from days ago that they posted. So it's progressing pretty well. So on Friday we had a breakout, finally the breakout of that 79 mark and that 79.60 mark, and the breakout of the upper Bollinger. You can see that Bollinger Band started to contract at this point, and we had a fresh breakout to the upside. Slow line is sloping to the downside, but the fast line we had a breakout to the upside, and there will be a chance for the bigger rally next period on WTI. The upside objectives are set at 83.40, and I will say area around 90 mark, so 89.70 mark. If we check lower frames like hourly, we can see that market basically we're closing above the upper Bollinger Band for about 6 to 8 bars candles. Then there was a natural pullback, and we might see the further upside continuation next period. Intraday support on WTI is set at, I will say, at 79.35 and 79.65. We'd like to see the upside breakout at the upper Bollinger Band again, and that will be a good sign for the further upside continuation. Here on the 30-minute, you can see that we are narrowing the upper and lower Bollinger Bands are pretty narrow at this point. And that's pretty normal for this time of the day, since this is not primary. Early European session is not the primary session for the crude oil and for the volatility. So potential for the bigger rally next period on WTI. US 100, we can see that after the 5 to 6 days very narrow consolidation, I will show you. I don't remember that I saw like 5 or 4 or 5 days in a row to have such a narrow trading ranges at this point. So that resulted with a breakout and then a follow through on Friday and close on the above the upper Bollinger Band, which is a sign of strength. Now this will be the key to watch. Can the market have maybe some kind of a pullback, or we have an upside continuation? We check lower frames, like you can see pretty much that strong closing on an hourly time frame above the upper Bollinger Band, and just the slow line is trading, and the middle line of the Bollinger Band is trading pretty much sloping to the upside. And this is a very narrow consolidation this morning. So demand is pretty much in control, and 18,500 might be the next area for the US 100 after potential, let's say, the pause or the correction that we can see now. So the intraday support, I will say, if we watch, for example, hourly time frame, the intraday support can be the previous, like 18,100 mark, previous swing high. Also, the middle Bollinger Band on the hourly time frame is at 18,235. So again, buyers in control. If we see the downside move, since there is a rate of change flip to the downside, then I will say the downside objective for the downside, for the down day to develop, in case of down development for today, the downside objective will be at 18,100 mark, and then a 17,000, I will say 985. But so far, just a very tight consolidation after the strong rally on Friday. Now, USD Japanese yen is doing still consolidation. There was a breakout a couple of days ago, but after that, there was a rejection of around the lower Bollinger Band, and then market closed in the middle, which is a sign of strength basically. But the next day was pretty much like a beam bar from like a selling tail, and then the very narrow day. So we have a tight, the Bollinger Band is getting tighter and tighter at this point, which is a strong sign that we have a contraction and volatility. And after the contraction, we can expect expansion and again directional movement. So let's place, for example, we have the Bollinger Band, upper Bollinger Band at 151, and lower Bollinger Band, I will say, is at 149.50. So this is this range that I'm observing the potential breakout and hold either above or below support or above resistance will confirm further direction from my perspective. So the downside breakout of the 149.50, and let's say the spin bar low 149.20, the downside breakout may be a strong sign for the further drop towards the support area, which is, I will say, at 147.80. And then the next one, in case of the downside breakout, the next one will be at this point at 146.30. So this will be a downside objectives in case the downside breakout. In case the upside breakout of 151 and hold above that level, and the obvious level will be an upside objective will be at 151.85, and then 153 even area in case the upside breakout. So watch for this potential breakout of this very tight consolidation on the USD versus Japanese yen. Now, pound dollar, we had a very consolidation less 10 to 20 days. The slow line is sloping to the upside. Fast line actually had a down break and then returning right now upside. So there is a still chance for the retest of 1.2700 mark and then 1.2772. We had something like an inside day on Friday, but so far we can see the middle Bollinger Band is holding, and there is a definitely chance for the retest of the upper Bollinger and even this resistance cluster in the background. So pay attention on that to that condition. Euro dollar, we can see here clearly that slow line is sloping to the upside. well, the fast line just corrected like last week. So I think that this week we can see the rebound on the euro and further upside continuation. So upside objectives are set at 1.0880, 1.1 mark, and 1.138. Lower time frames. Let's take a look at the hourly time frame. You can see how the middle Bollinger Band is sloping to the upside, and we're building higher lows. So that's a good sign to see, and confirmative to see for the further upside. You can see here building higher lows on the hourly time frame. So euro is, from my perspective, pretty good for that further rally and bullish development this week. Now US 30 is lagging compared to the US 100, so US 30 is still within the boundaries of the Bollinger Band, and it's trading pretty flat around 39,000. Resistance is set at 39,250 and support at 38,745. I would like to see the breakout of either resistance or support to confirm further, let's say, bigger direction. In case the downside breakout of support, the lower reference point is set at 38,340, 38,220. And in case the upside breakout, for example, of the upper Bollinger Band around 39,317, in case of the breakout at that level, there is a chance for even 40,000 to be play on US 30. But so far, just a consolidation in the last, I will say, 7 days. Gold market, we had a fantastic bull run on Friday, and I alerted about that the slow line, this is a very good example, and I alerted about this last week in our video analysis. So we had a slow line which is sloping clearly to the upside, and the fast line just corrected around this middle Bollinger Band. So this is a very strong pattern, and there was a bull continuation, and the Friday was a strong breakout day, went all the way to 2085, where it's trading around right now. And after the 4 to 5 days consolidation around this middle Bollinger Band, that was enough for market to rebuild the buying positions, and there was a strong demand on Friday, and this swing high is on the test at this point. So 2085 is a test. The next pivot level that I can see from the background is set. We will take this next one is at 2121. That's the next resistance level for the gold market, and of course then we'll say the all-time high around 2149. But so far, after this kind of breakout, I would like to see how the market building this morning. It seems like it's a very natural pullback, and that there is a chance for higher prices. Gold is very hot, and I can see definitely a gold to trade higher. This natural pullback, we can see something similar we had here after the push above the upper Bollinger Band, a natural pullback, and then market regained the strength. So here again, natural pullback, and market is trying to regain the strength. So I can definitely see gold even in the 2100, potentially even today. But this is so far based on what we have and information that we have so far. So pay attention, gold. Gold is strong momentum and relative strength leader. And then we have a dollar index, again, pretty much consolidation, but again, look at the slow line. Look at the slow line on the stochastic, sloping to the downside. The fast moving average corrected on stochastic, and then it seems like it's ready to continue downside, which will represent then a potential retest of 103.27 and maybe even further drop below the lower Bollinger Band, which can lead, of course, market even towards 102.85, and then later on towards the 102.07. So potential also dollar weakness, further dollar weakness this week. That will be all for this FX Centrum daily market analysis. Also, if you didn't visit our website, feel free to do that. Check our promotions, 100% deposit bonus. Explore also FXC TV. There is you can also browse to previous videos and trading ideas, different tutorials, and be ready also for more content in the future. And that will be all for today. Have a good trading day. Until next time, trade safe.